Hello everyone, this is Minty Fries, and it's time to introduce you to the greatest Nintendo ship you've never even thought about. Please say hello to PolterFludd. That's right, an anthropomorphized Poltergust 3000 and flash liquidizer ultra dowsing device. This concept art is the design of one Izuku Sevilla, aka Sevi. He's an artist from El Salvador I met via Instagram, and we've been friends for a little over a year now. His artwork is pretty great, and he's done a bunch of interesting Nintendo pieces, as you can see here. Anyway, I had this idea, which was, what if Poltergust and Fludd were humans and shared in a dance? So I reached out to Sevi and asked if he wanted to do the concept art. And I gave him pure creative freedom. All I did was tell him, give me some concept art for what it would look like if Poltergust and Fludd were humans and dancing together. And this is the amazing and adorable artwork he came up with. I just love this concept art. The only thing I want to do is make their backpacks a bit bigger, and it is a good thing I just got my Mars resin printer because that will allow me to make parts of the actual backpacks transparent, like this. Now to make this I modeled a basic human form in Blender, and then I designed the clothes for the two figures separately and painstakingly stuck them onto copies of the figure. Then I rigged each one with an armature, and I had to weight paint the figures to make the limbs and clothes move with the rig, which is Blender speak for I gave them skeletons so I could move their bodies into a certain pose. That was a big pain in the neck, and though I have done it many times now, I am not really the best at modeling and rigging human shapes in Blender. It was more good practice, though. Actually, looking at these side by side, Sevi's artwork is like a 10 and my 3D model is like a 2. As it stands, they kind of look like RuneScape characters. Or like Eric Sparrow from Tony Hawk's Underground. Or like PS2 Draco Malfoy. To print them, I did the two dancers as one piece with supports. I then 3D printed a base and glued them to it. And finally, I printed the backpacks separately with transparent resin. I made those as one piece with supports, and they came out looking pretty cool. This transparent resin works surprisingly well with the printer. The Poltergust backpack piece I dyed slightly green by diluting some green acrylic paint, and then washing the Poltergust piece in it a few times. Then I made the straps by putting some Elmer's glue on some folded up napkin, painting over them and gluing them to the backpacks around the characters. Here is the painting time-lapse. While that's running, maybe go into the comments and tell me, what is your favorite Nintendo relationship? Are you a Yoshi and Birdo kind of person? Or are you on more of a normal spectrum with a simple Mario and Peach? Or maybe you like a little sweet Waluigi and Wii Fit trainer action. Or maybe you just want to see Slippy Toad take Little Mac out to the movies. I don't judge. Actually, maybe I judge on that last one. That's just weird. It reminds me of a time I was once selected as a judge for a dog show, but not to judge the dogs. I judged the judges themselves. I hate those guys. One time they gave this perfect bloodhound a 7. You look him in the eye and tell me he's not a 10 out of 10 good boy. You monsters. So here is the 3D print. I am really quite enamored with the quality of this Mars printer. I don't know why I waited so long to get one, although I think for the next video I will invest in some better paints and primer. I need either an airbrush or some thinner crafting paints because these acrylic paints I have are too thick for these high quality prints. And just look at this, I first tried printing these dancers on my FDM printer, and that print failed, but look at the comparison here. See how much finer the resin print is. Man, I love this thing. Thanks for joining me and have a minty fresh day. Also, thank you very much for 500 subscribers.